There's a new order to follow for American passengers from that cruise ship hit with hantavirus. In its first briefing since the outbreak began, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is encouraging those passengers to stay at a facility in Nebraska for monitoring. Health officials said yesterday that those in Nebraska are in a top facility, while also reiterating there is a low risk of hantavirus to the general public.
At this moment, I want to emphasize that the risk to the general public is low. Our top priority is both the passengers who are on the ship and the American community.
At least 20 people across at least 10 states, including Georgia, are being monitored, including 2 at Emory. Health officials say hantavirus has a long incubation period, and people with high-risk exposures, like those on cruise ships, should be monitored for 42 days.